We have heard from AG, and let me tell you, it's very, very nice news for me. All right. This is something that we've been talking about. I've said what I want, and AG has told me what he wants, what he really, really wants. So I wanna break it down with my guy BG. Stay with it. Boy Green meets Wudi.
Can you guys help us get a jet chant here? Yeah, going.
Oh.
Okay, right, yeah. Come on in.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go!
J-E-T-S, yes! Let's go! J-E-T-S, let's go!
Third Party Thursday.
Chris joining us here on the program with a capital P here on the program.
Jake Asman, come on down. How you doing, good sir?
Wow, what an intro. I mean, the boy Green is known for having the intro, but Wudi, that was unreal, man. Thanks for the kind words, son.
We are men of many names.
My favorite Austrian Jets fan right there,
Nice.
baby.
Boy Green meets Wudi. Welcome to another episode of Boy Green Meets Wudi, and it is your boy James Wudi. We are ready to Wudi, rocking everywhere. All right, and now here is that boy that became king, the man behind the channel. He is. Oh, is he rocking grills? Oh my God, it's his time. Oh, LeBron James. Okay, all of them, everything. All right, we are time. It is here to celebrate. Paul Esden Jr. with the arrow. Let's go. That bullseye. How you doing, our good sir?
I'm feeling great, Woodster. We're getting close to our game day episode, which is coming up on Saturday, which is great. New York Jets, Green Bay Packers, preseason action, and of course the headline reads as the headline reads, Woody. AG coming out and saying, starters are playing, baby. How long? TBD. He said that's going to depend on game scenario. But now that it's official, I guess I shouldn't have been surprised because AG has been saying this entire time with the live tackling drills, I'm not afraid of injury. We can't be afraid of injury. That happens in football. So the puzzle pieces were out there to be put together. But, you know, I guess you never know until he does it. So we're getting starters. We're getting Justin Fields. I can't wait to get our first look at Justin Fields. That's going to be fascinating. And for anyone that's a fan of the channel, first off, make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. I spoke with a Green Bay Packers sports reporter out there in Green Bay, and he had just wrapped up his interview with Jordan Love in the locker room, and then he came and joined my show. And he said that the full expectation from everything he was hearing was the Packers were going to play their starters. For how long, it's up in the air. But Jordan Love was certainly fighting for it there. So we may get some starters on starters action, which is a lot of fun, Woody. So I guess without further ado, let's hear from AG, who said, yeah, we playing.
We're playing. We're playing. I can't tell you how much the guys going to play. You know, it's going to factor about how the game goes, but we're playing.
The reason,
Because I want to play. That's the reason.
It's important at this point for Justin and these guys to
I want our guys to play. That's the reason.
Okay, coach. Here, coach. Damn. Okay. You like that? Again, we get that every single time, Woody, from AG. Yeah, they're going to play. What's the reason they're going to play? They're going to play because I want them to play. Okay. Justin Fields, is it important for him to I wanted to play. That's why we're playing.
Yeah, I mean, this is a guy who has pretty much done that from the beginning. And the decision, I gotta highlight that this decision is something that I've been banging the table for. I'm very happy for it. And yeah, I mean, I feel like this is the highest I've been on AG since his hiring. I'm like, yo, this is the guy right now. Shout out to my guy. Speaking about guys right now, shout out to my guy Matthew Wright. On YouTube, asked the question here: do we only respond on YouTube? Well, guess what? We are on 5 different platforms right now, and I did see you showing love on the James Wudi IG Live, showing love there. So I appreciate you big time. I definitely respond to those Boy Green, when he's live on IG Live, right? He's live right now, responding to those. We got Twitter coming in, and then both YouTubes. We got our eyes all over the prize, so we definitely try to respond as much as we can on all 5 channels. But I appreciate you watching anyhow that you can. So just wanted to establish that.
Hey, real quick, I just
yes,
wanted to
sir.
say this just because it's time to break the fourth wall here. Because like people may be going, are we hating on IG? Are we not hip with all the new technologies? StreamYard, while it allows us to stream to Instagram, which is cool, and again, we're streaming to the James Wudi and Boy Green right now. They do not allow, Matthew, as you can see your comment here on the screen. YouTube allows, or StreamYard allows YouTube comments to come up. StreamYard allows Facebook comments to come up. StreamYard allows Twitter comments to come up. What we can't do is Instagram yet. So hopefully StreamYard eventually figures that out where we're able to highlight you guys in that way. But the most optimal way to watch is YouTube. I would just say that in the simplest way. It guarantees we don't miss anything ever that comes in, or that it decreases the chances that we can miss anything. So keep that in mind. But yeah, I'm all about the IG, baby. I'm all about the IG, I'm hip.
I don't know if people be calling it that, but yes, we are all about that IG. And again, I saw you in there. Let's go Wudi and BG, and I see you here on YouTube. So yes, we got our eyes on the prize. Hopefully, StreamYard can make that happen. I want to also shout out one of my favorites of all time, Sharon, out here in the chat. Hope, is that you again? I'm feeling solid. I'm feeling solid. These reps in the preseason, I think they're important reps, especially with a team, learning new things with new players, important players at the helm. I think this is super important. And you have the joint practices. That's cool. But to, be in a game, in front of fans, with the refs, all that type of stuff, with a team that couldn't care less if you are, hurt or not. That's a real big thing. That's football. Because no matter what happens, Will McDonald could beat the bricks off of Armand Membu. Justin Fields knows he's not getting rocked. When he sees McDonald in the backfield, but that's not going to be the case for these preseason games. So I think that's an important mental and physical aspect to introduce to this team. I always say Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs were literally defending champions how many years, and he was playing in the preseason. So that should be the platinum standard for everybody. So I'm overjoyed to hear that, this team that's trying to win games is doing what they can to get their players extra reps.
All right, I'm seeing a lot of love out in the comments section. Number one Austrian Jeff fan gifting a 5-pack of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships. Number one, technically, actually, you're number 3 in our contest with 11 raffle tickets so far this month, but you're number 1 in our hearts, Austrian. And every time 5 memberships or more get gifted here on the show, I know the video that Austrian Jet fans in love with. God bless the USA.
Kevin James.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
And J-Boy gifting a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. Hey now. Now, normally, when someone gives one membership, we don't play a video package ensemble, but J-Boy is always in a special class, and he also had a request to go along with his gifted membership, and he said, hit the AG on James Wudi's hating ass, baby. So we got no problem with that. Let's hit him with it.
Here's what I do know. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
So let's read all the new members to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Appreciate you. All the memberships have been updated down on the scrolling ticker down below. The 5 new members, thanks to number 1 Austrian Jet fan, George Kandakai, James Crow, Big Rush 2112, Pocono Jet, Spin to Ben, and J-Boy's membership went to Malcolm Harper, a.k.a. MH Jets fan 83, who, by the way, is another one of our recently new New York Jets content creators out in the universe. So, Malcolm, support his podcast as well, starting his own venture, calling you a hater of 1AG.
You know, that's pretty common misconception among this fan base. You know, absence of obsession, you know, for some reason equals hate. I literally just gave this man a compliment. I said, this is the highest I've been on AG. And now he hated it's crazy. It's crazy how some of y'all operate. But J Boy, you already know you my guy, so I got nothing but love. But it's crazy that we waited until I literally gave AG a compliment to be like, yo, this dude's hating.
Hey, man, I'm a fan of the people. I'm also a fan of Dylan Terriman, another Jet content creator, member of the Boy Green Coffee Club. Appreciate you, DT. Fellas, just over 2 days until Jets effing football. I'm really excited for it. We got a lot of fun shows coming. Again, in case you missed it, I have a Green Bay Packers reporter, Boy Green Coffee Club members, just like you, Dylan. You guys have access to that 15, 20-minute interview talking Jets, Packers, preseason starters, players to keep an eye out for on the Packers roster that could shake free and thus would be targets for the Jets. Some interesting stories there you guys can certainly check out. And as Austrian Jet fan says, we're south of 150 subscribers away from 8,000, which is an unbelievable number to say out loud. So shout out to everybody as well for all the support here on the channel. And look at that. Malcolm Harper's like, oh, snap. Thanks for the membership, J-Boy. Appreciate it. And Malcolm, if you love it so much, at the end of the month, hit that re-sign button. You get a free month of Boy Green Coffee Club perks, including several videos and my one-on-one interview with Elijah Moore, baby, former Jets legend. That interview available for you. Feel free to check it out, baby. Let's get another AG clip in here, Woody. It's our last one. A media member asked AG, so what the hell are you looking for from these, starters beyond the win and loss? Obviously, in the Packers game, what else are you looking for? Here was AG.
With the emotional from everybody, starters and other guys, what are you hoping to?
You know what? Every time we go on the grass, the first thing I expect to win. I do, but I expect to win in ways that we really talk about what we're trying to create during camp. I don't want to ever go out in the game and everything that we talk about trying to build as far as how we're trying to get this team to operate, I want to make sure that's showing up like on the tape, if that makes sense. And that's important to me. And listen, I want the score to be in our favor. I do. But more or less anything, I want the things that we're trying to create to show up like every play that we're out there. And that's what I'm looking for.
Okay, that's what he's looking for. Is he looking for the right things? You said you're starting to like this AG guy on Twitter, Woody. So I ask you, is he looking for the right stuff?
Yes. I think that's a huge thing. Last week, I feel like there's almost an echo in here. Last week, or not last week, actually, it was just on Tuesday, right? We were talking a little bit about preseason, and I said, hey, like win and loss, like, obviously we know, Adrian Martinez is getting reps, a lot of, four stringers, guys that are not going to even be on the team are getting reps. So when the win and loss ultimately doesn't mean too much. But what I was looking to see was the penalties, right? We're talking about discipline, so being able to, like, if we're saying, okay, we are not going to be the most penalized team this year because of these tenets, let's see these tenets in preseason. Let's not see, and that's why I brought up the Quincy Williams hit on Jalen Hurts. AG pretty much said the exact same thing, but of course, his concerns are going to be more than just penalties, right? So obviously, we're not in the room. We don't know exactly what he's zeroing in on, but those things that they are, reviewing at a high level, consistent level, those principles that he's coaching, he wants to see those reflected now so that you have that confidence going into the season that we're headed in the right direction. So yes, you're looking for, the win. That would be nice. But more importantly than that, we're looking at these building blocks, these Legos, if you will, on this is how this team is going to look in the season. So it seems like Wudi and AG are in lockstep right now, and I love to see it.
let me channel the movie Cable Guy with Jim Carrey. Okay, and let's work this in here. The password is operation. That's the word I think I want to highlight here, Wudi, is operation. What's the operation looking like? Just the penalties, A to B, getting plays. Another thing AG said during his presser today is just keep getting positive yards. And if, like, for instance, 1st and 10, you get an incompletion, 2nd and 10, AG said, that's okay, but make it up to me. Now it's give me 5. He was sort of talking about cutting it in half. So, right. So 1st and 10 is an incompletion. Now you're at 2nd and 10. Get 5 yards. Oh, it's 3rd and 5. Now we're right back on track. And we're able to keep pushing the ball forward. So to me, I think operationally, that's one of the things I'm looking for. And you're never going to see that on a stat sheet or anything else. And maybe you will a little bit with like how many penalties there were, but just eye test operationally. How are things going? What is Tanner Engstrand? This is the first time he's ever called plays at the NFL level. What does that look like? And a little bit of vanilla obviously happened here in preseason. It's not a full out game plan. How do we stop or do this to the Green Bay Packers? A lot of that isn't going to be happening. But I think the magic word here, the password is operation. What's that looking like? And quite frankly, that word can go offense and defense. The operation of the defense, the operation of the offense. That's what I really want to see, Wudi. So yeah, I think there is the right temperature here, and I think he's looking at the right things. Which, hey now, feels pretty good. And by the way, as Rich Cimini noted in his piece, AG playing his starters is a far cry from that Robert Saleh guy who was very hestant to play any of his starters in the preseason at any point. We had to do weird voodoo magic to even get Aaron Rodgers out there for that Jets-Giants preseason game, 2 years ago. So, it's very different. NC Green gifting a 5-pack of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships. Hey now. Again, every time 5 memberships or more are gifted, we're forced to play a video package, an ensemble, if you will, on all things New York Jets. The 5 new members to the Boy Green Gosh Darn Coffee Club, baby. All thanks to NC Green, Lucky Luke, Harris Bornstein, Benjamin Weinstein, related, I'm uncertain, Chris NJ75, and Racing Jason. All joining the Boy Green Coffee Club Army. NC Green, you got 5 raffle tickets to our contest. They are back to the normal amount, which is $3 per raffle ticket to win and have an opportunity to win a bunch of those prizes. Something else I want to throw up here, Woodster, is you've mentioned on this program and on Take Flight Talk, where we're currently streaming, New York Jets content creator extraordinaire, James Gosh Darn Wudi. I'm chasing subscribers over here. Woody's looking for subscribers. She's on the street corners. Yeah, subscribers. Get me some subscribers. Come on, I'm your guy. Get you this. Scratch your back. I scratch your back. There's a lot of that going on in the universe. And in both places, Woody, you've said you think Justin Fields needs reps in the preseason. He needs to work through some demons. Well, Justin Fields apparently feels the same way. Shout out to ESPN's Rich Cimini, who said Justin Fields told him this week that Justin Fields wanted to play in the preseason. Again, Justin Fields told Rich Cimini this. Here was the quote, I think we need to see at least the field each and every game. He's talking about the 3 preseason games. I think that would be good for our team. It will be good for Tanner Engstrand with the in-game stuff. It will be good for me and the guys on offense. I know some guys, they set out the whole preseason, but I don't think that's the case for us. Just because of the new team, new offense, and stuff like that, end quote. Justin Fields, and this was earlier in the week, before AG made this announcement, has been all in and apparently campaigning behind the scenes. But hey, man, I want some of that action. And to be honest, Woody, Rich also pointed this out in his story, we haven't seen a lot of Justin Fields. He played 6 games last year. Then the man was cryogenically frozen on the side of milk cartons. Justin! It's like the movie Castaway. Fields! Not Wilson, but Fields, as he was looking out for Fields. Where the hell is he? And so we haven't seen him a lot. So it sounds like he needs those reps, and he wants those reps, Woodster.
As he should. This is exactly what I mean when I say, Patrick Mahomes, the platinum standard of, he's doing it. Every QB should be like, I want to do it. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to outwork, we're trying to out hustle, and we're trying to get better. So yeah, especially in a new system, new team, new everything. The more you can get out there in game-like situation, the better you'll be. I was sick to my stomach seeing Aaron Rodgers not play. You know that their plan was his first NFL action from a torn Achilles was going to be week 1 against the juggernaut 49ers. That was crazy to me. So they know they got a big week 1, right? The opposing team is already saying, F the Jets. Obviously the storyline, writes itself for what's going on. So, as a Jet fan, you should be excited that they're getting reps in before that. We don't want to break no ice, in real time week 1. No. We're going to break this ice right now against the Packers. We're going to, hopefully, against the Giants. We're going to, keep doing this, keep getting things right so that week 1, good to go, hit the road running, hit the ground running.
Random question here, Woody. Do you know how much a polar bear weighs?
Can't say I do. I mean, we talking about an adult male. Like what kind of polar bear?
Adult male. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't say I know that off the top of the dome.
That's right. Just enough to break the ice. Hi, I'm Paul Austin Jr. How are you? Hey, now that's what we need to do. Break some of that ice. Chisel. All right. Let's find a way to get to the finish.
All right. No, that was ridiculous, but it was good. It was good, though. It was good. Hey.
Babushka. Hey, now. Thank you, everybody. I'll be here all week. NC Green asking, who's going to start at left guard on Saturday if John Simpson is out? Well, let's get rid of the if, NC Green. John Simpson has already been ruled out. He is out of this game. Let me make sure I get them all off the top of my head, everyone who's out. So John Simpson's out. Quinnen Williams is out. The 4 guys who are hurt are out. So that is Chris Boyd.
Mason Taylor.
Say that one more time.
Mason Taylor.
Oh, yeah. So obviously, yeah, Mason Taylor's out, of course. Xavier Gibson is out. He has a shoulder. Chris Boyd had the shoulder. And then I'm missing one more.
McDonald back presence or no? He's fine.
Oh, he came back to practice today. So he looks good. We'll keep an eye out for that one. So that's promising. But anywho, long story short, in a long way to answer your question, NC Green, if we were to base it off the unofficial Jets depth chart, my boy Cole Laval is the next guy to step up at left guard. He actually has positional flexibility, has played all 5 offensive line spots. The other guy who's the backup to ABT, that's another thing to keep in mind. Maybe they're like, so Cole Laval, quote unquote, is listed at left guard, officially on the Jets unofficial depth chart, but maybe he's got the flexibility to be right guard too. So Xavier Newman is the top backup at right guard to ABT. So either one could get the call, long story short. So he will be out. Cole Laval is listed on unofficial Jets depth chart. That doesn't guarantee anything, but just that could be a name to float out there. Whoever it is, I'm sort of excited to see some of those opportunities. Some other people have suggested, get the Joe Tippmann, Josh Myers thing. Try that one out where you got one at center, one at guard. Maybe we see that too. I don't know. But that'll be fascinating to sort of keep an eye out for that. But good question, and we'll have more on the injury report when we get closer. This was the last time AG spoke with the media before the game, so the rest of it will just have to be sourced reporting that's coming up in there. Wudi, okay, I see this question from Matthew Wright. Fellas, are you going to the Bucs Jets Week 3 game? I can't speak for Wudi, but me, myself, no. I know a lot of Jets content creators are going down. That's in Tampa. The Jets have the first 2 games of the season at home, next 2 games on the road, both in Florida. That's the Tampa Bay game Week 3, Miami Dolphins Week 4, Monday Night Football. No, me and Woody, of course, will be together for Week 5, Jets Cowboys. That'll be at MetLife Stadium. And so I will not be at this Bucs game, but Jake Asman's throwing something. Ricky New York's going to be going, and a bunch of other Florida people. So I will not be.
Yes, unfortunately, I won't be there either. But like Boy Green said, we will be October 5th, MetLife Stadium. I mean, we still got some tickets left. So if you want to join that throwdown, please do. We would love to have you get some delicious food, select beverage, us, and plenty of other Jets fans. We got, a few tickets left. So feel free to come on up if you're from the Florida area, come on up to MetLife and have a great time with us.
But just real quick on that, we have a lot of people that are flying in from different places, driving in from different places, Matthew. So it's going to be see, there you go, right there. Obviously, with Woody, for me, I'm just going to be making the long drive over, and I guess long drive is relative depending on where you're coming from. For me, it's like 5 or 6 hours. So others, it can be much longer. So it's all relative. But I would just say that we only have a few ticket packages left. They're $300 a person. That includes your Jets Cowboys ticket. That's $228A. That's sitting with the rest of us. The awesome food from Chef Kevin Gilbert, a professional chef Think about that. Is catering all the food. There's fancy burgers and hot dogs and ziti, garden salad, pretzel sticks with a beer mustard. Like, he is going all out, and it's going to be awesome. Plus, I don't even know if I told Woody this right before the show started. I might have not had enough time to do it. I just placed the order for all the commemorative t-shirts, but I let my shirt person know, hey, there's a few ticket packages left, so leave the door ajar for like another week or two, and I'll try to see if I could squeeze in any more t-shirt packages. So Matthew Wright, that is the way to do it, baby. So if you have any interest, reach out ASAP. I'm on all social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. The handle's the same, at BoyGreen25. And you see it on the screen, Boy Green 25. Boom. It's just that easy. So make sure you do it. Or you can reach out to me via email. That's my first name, middle initial, last name, JR. PAUL, A the letter, ESDEN, JR@gmail.com. Make sure you do that. Again, only a few ticket packages left coming in here. Quick question here. Old Yank, who, by the way, is leading our group, with the raffle tickets. He wants in on that Super Bowl III mint coin. I can't blame him for that. He says, who do y'all think will make QB3? Cook or Martinez? I choose option D, Woody. I think neither QB3 exists on the 53-man roster. Now, there, of course, will be a quarterback on the practice squad. And we could debate that in a second, but we'll start there, Woody. I don't think a quarterback 3 is on the 53-man roster. What say you?
I would like one to be, because we got two of the most injury prone QBs at 1 and 2. That's just a fact. That's not hating. But I guess y'all gonna wait till I compliment Justin Fields to say I'm hating. But but no, it is what it is, right? He's literally never played 17 games. So I would like one, and if I had to choose one of these two to be QB3, give me Adrian Martinez. That's my guy, man. I mean, we saw him play last year. As a former Boy Green will definitely correct me on the league UFL MVP.
That's right. Yeah, that's
okay. UFL. So come on,
right. Because we were the two, right? We had XFL, USFL, and they had a baby, and it's UFL, the United Football League. Yeah,
there you go. So yeah, UFL MVP, and then in the preseason games that we saw, he was balling. He was making plays with his legs and his arm, which is something that we're all expecting to see from Fields, and we have seen in the past from Tyrod. So he's, another person in that mold of a mobile QB that can make plays with both his arm and his legs. We've seen it. That is a guy who, I'm rooting for to be the guy. And yes, I would definitely add someone because our guys get hurt.
Let Brady cook. QB3, undrafted free agent, Missouri, a guy that some people says could have been drafted at the back end of the draft. So I'm telling you, I think that would be a nice little youngster to continue to develop. And Adrian Martinez is young, but not as young as Brady Cook. So you know what? Let's get a nice.
I don't know how much age matters, unless we had a R. Kelly after party. But we talking about talent, ability, what we're doing. I think Martinez. I just feel like he has the experience. He gets a nod.
Woody is cooking today. Okay. Alrighty. I will leave that as it lies. Play the ball as it lies. I'm going to play with a different ball here on Happy Gilmore special here. By the way, we got 200 plus people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe, no matter where you're watching. We stream this show every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 o'clock at 5 different destinations. My YouTube, Woody's YouTube, both of our Instagrams, and my Twitter account at BoyGreen25. Make sure for James Woody, a couple of his different accounts are called different things. So make sure for YouTube it is Take Flight Talk. Just want to make sure you guys go to the right place to support James Woody. You guys can do that. So terrific. And our father is here in the chat, Woodster. It's my boys. Okay, there you go. Pop Mania, as Austrian Jet fan likes to say. I also want to say this. No Pop this weekend. He had something come up. He's actually doing a charity function. So for people hoping for the Hop on Pop Saturday for our game day edition of the show, he will not be available, unfortunately. So we'll be doing it with a different special guest. We'll keep you guys posted on that for the game day episodes. And then an announcement to come in the future on the Woody 3. 1,
3.
What's going to be happening there from a perimeter shot? What's going to be happening on Wudi 3? More updates to come there, perhaps in the near future. So,
yeah, no, it's funny that was a comment that you highlighted from our father, because I like the one that he said after that. A lot
what's
better.
that? Let me see. I see. Is it this one?
Oh yes, let Tim Boyle. Something that I try to warn. As a matter of fact, the Wudi 3. That's if you guys are like, oh, what is that? It's me using a little bit of numbers, a little bit of common sense, a little bit of trends, to say, okay, these are the things I'm looking at before a game. And a lot of times they end up, I don't want to say predicting, but pointing us in a specific direction. And the Wudi 3 that week was telling everybody that Tim Boyle, I don't know how he got this job, but he might be in the wrong place at the wrong time. But my guy right here was talking about let Tim Boyle. That's what he kept saying, let Tim Boyle. And we got boiled. We were the ones that were boiled.
He overboiled, which can happen.
So that's that's a big thing. If you haven't seen the Wudi 3, it's all about trends. What you should be able to expect. I don't like to say it's predictions, because it's not like I'm saying, oh, this person's gonna have however many
keys. Keys.
Oh yeah. It's well, I wouldn't say keys, because it's also not like saying like, oh, the team will win if this happens. It's just it's just trends.
Observations.
Okay. Observations. Yeah. Observations. Trends. With rational, factual analysis. I'm not sure if you know that word, Boy Green, but
word. Yeah.
We'll get there. But yeah, rational, factual observations and trends that can help point you in a direction of where to look. So, it's a lot of fun. I learned something every single time. And what we learned that week was, we shouldn't be too confident in Tim Boyle, and that was proven to be correct.
Yeah, you were. By the way, number one Austrian Jet fan got the Moron Cup. Apparently, it reached Austria here. We have this in the merch shop. That is my pop strangling me with a big all caps moron. Now, get this while you can, because actually we are making a merch store swap-a-rooney. We're in the process of that with all the people behind the scenes, my people, their people. So this Moron Cup will only be available for a limited time before we switch over to the new merch shop. And you guys may have seen last week, I put on this interesting new BG hat. And there's some other things that are cooking behind the scenes. So we'll keep you guys posted on that. But look at that. Even in Austria, moron. If you cup your ear, you can hear our father saying that of me, not Wudi, and choking the dear life out of me. Tough. It's a tough scene. All right, Wudi, and look, there you go. Tatiana, my fiance, going, hey, pop, because Zariah Luna, that's what she calls our old man, which is wonderful. So that's beautiful. Wudi, this is our last time we're going to be talking here before this Jets-Packers preseason game, because, and J-Boy's asking the question, what are expectations for Saturday? That's really where I wanted to get to, because Wudi, I understand there's no Wudi 3 for the preseason. That's, we're not getting Wudi 3 in the preseason, correct?
That is correct. Okay. Right. I might throw something, out there, probably on this channel, right? Take Flight Talk. Some sort of that might be more of like a preview, like the traditional. Everyone does that though, right? So that's a traditional. The Wudi 3 is supposed to be outside the box, so that's why it's something a little different. But for the preseason, I might throw something together, this, maybe keys for that. But obviously, we don't even know how long the key people are playing, so maybe not keys, more preview.
Yeah, so there you go. So long story short, J-Boy, what are your expectations for Saturday? Let's answer this as we wrap up the show here. Again, thank you to the 200-plus people that are watching live. I do want to give a special shout-out to the people that watch on the replay. I know a lot of people work at 3 o'clock on a Tuesday and Thursday, so they don't get to see this till later. But long story short, Aaron Glenn said the starters were playing, and he said it emphatically with the media, and he felt very good about it. We don't know how long they're going to be playing. There are a couple of starters that have already been ruled out due to injury, but Justin Fields is among the starters, obviously, that's going to be playing. What are your expectations, Woody?
Well, I'll, not trying to beat a dead horse, but
Sure.
the penalties is something I'm definitely going to be specifically looking for or looking at. In terms of the, outcome, I don't have a, expectation. But I do, and this was one thing that I always enjoyed about the Salah era preseason, is that it didn't matter what string was in there, our defensive line was going to work. Like,
That's true.
just beating them up every game. And that was a lot of fun. Like, especially in the fourth, when it's like fourth string versus fourth string. For some reason, our D line was just, beating them up. So I just want to see something like that. I'm expecting to see, some sort of positional group, in the fourth quarter, still being as productive as that first quarter group.
Okay,
Will it
wait.
be the D line?
Okay, so let's predict it. What do you think that group will be? I'll give a prediction real quick. I think it's our corners. I think our corner room is deep as all hell. I think that's the one where, and I'm talking Quantez Stickers. I'm talking Azaria Thomas. I'm talking obviously the starters of Sauce Gardner, Michael Carter, Brandon Stevens, who has been apparently having a hell of a camp. I think the Jarek Bernard Converse, Isaiah Oliver. I think no matter how deep we go, and JBC was cooking last year, I think the corners are going to be doing work. That's my prediction for a position.
That's a really good prediction because they are deep. I mean, third string is still, players that I feel like could start in this league at one point or another. So that's a really good prediction. This is not even, this is more of a hope. I'm pulling a page out of your book, Boy Green.
Ooh, okay.
If the O line is still creating holes in the fourth quarter, I'm gonna be super excited. Tanner Engstrand. This is, for years of Hackett, you could only hope that Engstrand is, pulling them so far out of a depth. I'm not saying, top two in the league. I'm saying just out of this depth, out of, the bottom three, that's a unit because they are very good. But even, your guy Cole Laval, like we talking about some guys, deeper on the roster that have ability. So that is a group that if they're cooking in fourth quarter, I'm gonna be like this, just super hype, ready to go.
That would be a good one. You guys are making all great suggestions. We'll talk more about this on Saturday on my game day edition of the show. You guys can float out players you'd love to see. I'm seeing Brandon Smith and Malachi Corley's and Jamal Pritchett's, and there's all kinds of names. We'll get into all those coming up. To finish off on my side, Woody, I'm going to give a big tease for the show tomorrow. We have Bob Lederer joining us, and this is a show that's been teased since Bob joined the show like 2 months ago, and it is this. One of the... and I know this predates you, Woody. Hell, it predates me. Matt Snell is one of the true Jets legends in team history. And he has had a long grudge with the New York Jets over, and there's not enough time to just briefly talk about it here, but he's had a long grudge with the Jets, and we haven't heard from him. He's sort of just been staying in his house, doing things very privately, not going to Jets events. For the first time, maybe ever, we're going to hear from Matt Snell. There are clips that Bob Lederer is revealing that have never been revealed before, and he's going to be revealing them on Boy Green Daily tomorrow morning. I'm working with Bob to clean them up behind the scenes because these clips are from several years ago about talking about the Jets and a variety of very spicy, interesting topics. The show you guys have been begging for is coming, where we will get to hear from Matt Snell. Some of you may be hearing Matt Snell's voice for the very first time, because he just doesn't do any interviews, and he got an exclusive one with Bob, and Bob had his permission to use these interviews however he pleased, and one of those will be on Boy Green Daily tomorrow. I'm super excited and humbled that we're dusting off those tapes for the show tomorrow for the first time ever. That's amazing. So I'm working on those behind the scenes here at the radio station, along with everything else I'm working on. So guys, we will have those for you tomorrow morning with Matt Snell. So that's going to be a wonderful thing. So I just want to give a big tease to that. Woody, what do you have for preseason weekend? Do you have anything cooking on Take Flight Talk outside of what you just sort of said on a quasi version of keys that you'll be having out that a few people have out, but anything else in terms of your coverage this weekend?
Yeah, so I will have something definitely this weekend, either tomorrow or Saturday, in terms of the game itself. But tomorrow night, I will be in the danger zone. Dano and our guy Murph. We're gonna be definitely previewing the game, talking about it tomorrow night. So pull up, if you want to, grab a drink, usually, we start sipping on something, right? So, it's always a grand old time. But come on now, everything that you just said with Matt Snell, this is, a huge deal. So if you want to start your day right with a once in a lifetime show with Boy Green, do your Friday, catch your other content, and then that night, the nightcap, you can end it with your boy in the danger zone. It's always good discussions with Dano and Murph. And then we'll talk the next day about the show. I mean about the game, and then I'll try to recap the game, so that you hear my thoughts before, who knows what we'll talk about next Tuesday. I'll probably be a little too late to go all the way back to that. So you'll hear my thoughts the next day.
And Brian's asking who's playing tonight. The full preseason slate starts tonight. We got 3 games tonight. Colts Ravens at 7:00. That's on NFL Network national television. The Bengals Eagles game is not on normal television. You need the preseason package. So good luck to anyone that's attempting to get that, because it's more difficult to explain what kind of witch's spell you have to do to summon those games. But Google it and you can find that out. And finally, Raiders Seahawks tonight. Pete Carroll had already come out and said his starters are playing. It must just because he's playing his old team Seattle. I'm not sure. That one will also be on NFL Network late tonight at 10:00. So, guys, enjoy the preseason action. Thank you so much for all the kind words. Again, I'll keep you guys posted on the merch shop. I see a few people seem to be interested in some of the items. Thank you so much for your interest. I'll keep you posted. I'm working with the people behind the scenes to sort of connect the dots. So once we release it, it's a full-on release, so you guys can dive into the deep end of the pool. God bless. Like the video, take care, show your support, everybody, and we'll be back on tomorrow morning with Bob Lederer with a very special Matt Snell episode. It should be great, and your phone calls. Wudi, it's been real, brother. It's been real.
Let's go, Jets.
Good message.